So what happens when you get a group of like-minded individuals together and they all want to do something good for their communities? Today on Good Luggage we are taking a fire engine here in Beirne in County Offaly, and we are going to do a full detail, hopefully in one day, with all the crew or all the guys that are here now. The truck itself is going to receive full machine polishing, both well, everything to do with the metal, wheels, on the panels themselves. Hopefully with all the crew that we have here today, be able to do a full detail on a fire engine. Stay tuned. Now, isn't it? That's savage. What have you been using now? What sort of pads, combos and
I started off with a heavy cut pad, and I was using Swivar medium cut. Then I moved to Swivar green pad and went hologram remover, and that's the results we've got so far.
Some job. Like even in comparison, like you can look at your 50-50 there, isn't it? More or less. Detailing.ie for allowing the opportunity to be able to do this. Peter from OCD is actually a retained firefighter here in Beirne, County Offaly. When he asked senior management there could he had the opportunity to detail the truck or get some of the guys down to detail the truck, they were happy and pleased to, so we want to thank them as well for giving the lads the opportunity to do it, make the truck look a hell of a lot better than it was, and give it a good freshen up, fresh detail, make it look as near as new as possible. So the way it's working is there is a number of lads doing different aspects of the truck. We have a couple of guys inside, well sorry, 2 guys inside. There's a couple of guys then on the outside, around the front, around the side. If we go over this side, then what's happening is they are taking the stuff out of the lockers there in order to be able to give the inside of the lockers a good scrub down. These are particularly bad, particularly contaminated with all sorts of dirt and all sorts of stuff that happens within the fire service. So huge job to be done on these, and I think the end result is going to be exceptional, I'd say. Exactly. So what are you using?
I'm using a heavy cut right now. Using a heavy cut with a 5.5 compound, so it's you can actually finish with this compound if you do it right. So just trying to leave no hazing and remove as much roll mass as we can, imperfections as we can.
lads have been using various different types of compounds and polishing pads and all sorts of different machines and tools and everything like that. Each has their own little preference. It's quite interesting to see each of them go into their own preference of machine or pad or whatever it may be and why they use it and stuff like that. But from the outset we can see that the paintwork on the truck is actually, there's no clear coat on it, it's just like a single stage, so a lot of red is coming off into the pads themselves, being blown out with the compressor all the time. But even straight off you can see the 50-50 that's done on this panel here, between that panel and here, is immense. It's making some difference. The truck has never seen a polish like this before. I doubt any of the fire service appliances around Ireland have seen anything like this before either. But it's really going to bring it back to its original look, how it should look, I think. You know, it's nice to be able to give something back to the emergency services every now and again.
Tires as well, you can use them in plastic as well.
Alright, okay.
Hydroponic properties.
Oh, no, so what is it? It is a tyre...
Designed for tires, but you can use it on for engine bay.
So it's a tyre dressing though as such, it's not a cleaner as such, is it?
No, it's a tyre dressing.
Yeah.
Well, it's least sort of satin matte finish.
Okay.
More than shine or blue.
Right. So perfect for this situation then, so.
Yeah, like so. I hope the lads from the fire brigade will appreciate very clean poops.
Yeah, exactly. It's not often that happens.
Yeah, some different, alright. Look at it. Like that's what we started.
That's exactly what it was like. Yeah. Come here, what product? Obviously, you're using bonnet on the inside, or ADBL bonnet on the inside. What are you using? Obviously, those yokes have been fairly contaminated with all sorts of dirt and everything like that.
APC as well, and then just magic sponges and mechanical scrubbing mainly on this like this.
Yeah, so generally APC anyway is the way to go, yeah.
And just many different actual methods like brush, cloth and magic sponge.
Yeah, whatever works.
That's it. There you have it. Try them all, yeah.
So equipment wise, what have we got here with us? There is a number of different items here. So we're talking about, so some of the lads have brought their own stuff with them. A lot of flex units, pad washers, ADBLs, stuff. We have a hoover, we have tons of polishes and compounds and one steps and detailers and whatever. More flex inside, ton of pads. Then in here we're using, what's here, ADBL machines, liquid elements, roofs, you name it. There's a bit of everything here.
There we go.
Naturally working outside is proving a bit difficult because we're in and out of the rain constantly. The lads polishing here on the side are constantly dealing with drying the panels, trying to get the polish on, and it's been a bit hectic now so far. Guys over this side then are actually taking the stuff, they're actually taking the stuff out of the lockers, cleaning the lockers, but they're also giving the equipment a bit of a clean as well. Nothing too drastic or anything like that. You don't want to have chemicals mixing in with any of the emergency services gear or anything like that, but just giving them a good clean, just make them nice and respectable and presentable again. So at night time the fire service uses cones to organise a bit of traffic management, which is basically on a motorway or on a side road or whatever like that. They set out their cones and all the rest. Over time the cones, they will become dirty from obviously road cars passing and stuff like that, so it's important to keep them clean and keep them reflective, so at least they can be all seen. Our firefighters can be kept safe then during the days. So getting them all cleaned up here, get the reflectives back to their former glory again, so that ensuring the safety of the firefighters on the run then. That was the white pad when it started, wasn't it? How do you find the water spots?
Oh, no, you're broken.
They're the worst part of these windows.
And I'm gonna only make them look better. Like, I'm not gonna pinch that, you know?
Yeah. project was roughly started about 9:30 this morning. It's now 12 o'clock and we are absolutely flying on with things here. What the guys are doing now at the minute is getting a couple of dressings on, going around actually the trims more so than anything. A lot of the trims are faded, the likes of the door handles, the wipers, along the bottom, along where the mud guards are and stuff like that. So they're going around with a couple of bits of trim restorers and dressings and stuff like that, just trying to get that right and nice. The lockers are the biggest part of this, or the I suppose most time consuming part of this as well. You can't just take everything off at once because again, this is a live station, so if a call does come in, they do have to run off. So in order to be able to facilitate that, you can only do one locker at a time, take everything off, wipe it down, put it back on again, next locker, so on. So it is taking that little bit longer. Windows, from excess use of TF4 spray, the windows are particularly bad because there's a lot of water spots on the windows. So I'm not going to fully get them off today. The lads are doing their best to try and get as much as possible off anyway. As regards the paint work was heavily oxidized. It's a single stage paint, it's just paint, there's no clear coat on it. So with the oxidization, it's become fairly hazy, fairly cloudy, and you can straight away see the results. You know, I think I showed a bit earlier on in the video there of exactly the difference that it did make. So the lads are just working on the higher top bits and also just the more intricate bits like the exhaust, the trims and all those sort of bits. The other guys then are going through a lot of the equipment, then just cleaning that down, wiping it down with a bit of APC, just have it nice for the crew that's here in Beirne then. I think we have to say this truck has turned out absolutely unbelievable. It's unreal. It's the amount of work that's gone into just, I'd say, 3 hours of getting this truck clean is immense now. And we had a bit of rain during the time when we were doing it, but the sun has come out now a little bit. It's kind of coming out behind the clouds, so we're going to try and pull the truck out a little bit, get a bit of after footage, and show you exactly what the lads have done. Awesome work. So there it is, 10 men, 4 hours, 1 fire truck, 8 I think an awesome job. Hopefully you'll be able to see it through the after footage. Make sure you get a chance, or if you do get a chance, I'm going to tag all the lads down below, their Instagram tags and names and all that sort of stuff. Make sure you go on to them, give them a like or give them a follow or whatever the case might be. If you like the video, please let us know in the comments, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button there as well for any future content. have to say I really enjoyed doing this video. It was such an immense turnaround and different totally every day, I suppose. As I said, if you like the content, leave a comment, say hello, and we'll catch up with you on the next video then. Thanks very much, bye bye.